Hello, everybody. We're back. We're here. We're live. It's Wednesday night. Hope you guys are doing well. We've already got a couple people here. Batman 5 is here. Dream Times is here. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Tonight is just me. We don't have any guests. We're just hanging out. We're doing a LEGO Technic build, which, as you can see in front of me, is in pieces. So we'll talk a little bit about what we're doing here, but hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, it's Wednesday night. It is storming like crazy outside right now. It is raining, so it's just a nice quiet rainy build night tonight. So I'm excited to be back. This is our, I think, second in a row weekly stream. We've been kind of inconsistent with all of this, but I'm glad to be back. We're gonna get back to our weekly Wednesday night live streams here as we go. We're back on the second week. Maybe we can do this more than 2 times in a row this time. But yeah, every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Hope you guys are here for the ride. So let's talk about this. I'm probably gonna have to explain this a couple times, throughout the stream. We'll talk about what we're doing here. So in front of me, we have the LEGO Technic Lamborghini. I'm gonna get this wrong, and you guys are gonna roast me for this. The Huracán or Huracán, whatever, however you say it. It's a Lamborghini Tecnica, and here is the set here. Now, there's a story behind this. There's a reason that we're doing this. Over the Moon Films, hello, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So there's a story behind today's build. This is not a build that I have put together, and I will say this is completely out of the ordinary for me because I do not build LEGO Technic. There was a time in my life when I did build LEGO Technic more often, but that time has long passed. This is not a theme that I enjoy building. This is not a theme that I am good at building. However, here's the thing, and some of you may be able to relate to this. When you become known as the LEGO person in your circle of friends or family or whatever, there are certain responsibilities that you must uphold, and one of those responsibilities that has landed upon me, this task, this assignment tonight. A friend of a friend, their daughter, they decided to buy their, I think, 10 or 11-year-old daughter this Technic Lamborghini set. Now, the daughter did a great job of building it, except there were some key structural mistakes that were made, and they brought this to me. They heard that I was into LEGO, and hey, you enjoy building. Can you please fix this for my daughter? And, it's her favorite toy that she owns. Of course, I'm going to say yes. So our assignment tonight is to fix this Technic car for her. Now, when I say key structural mistakes, though, I have to be clear. There were some decisions made putting this thing together initially. They cut up some of the pieces because some of them, they just built it incorrectly and didn't fit. So no shade at all to the young builder that put this together. Most of it was correct, but there was definitely some broken and cut up pieces. So we are taking this apart. I've already, I've taken apart most of it, but we're going to be rebuilding it tonight for this young builder. No shade to Technic, but why? Brotherhood Workshop, good to see you. As I've explained, yes, this is the mission tonight. So here is the final build. This is what everything here on the table will look like. Now, I will say, when I started to deconstruct this here, we'll show the closer up view here so you can see kind of the state that we're starting with. So here we go. This is what all the pieces here. Now, Dreamtime says, I hope all the pieces are there. All the pieces are here, except there are 1 or 2 that were unfortunately cut to fit certain measurements. So those I will probably need to run downstairs and grab some replacements or look for them. But we're going to build most of it, and then as soon as we hit a roadblock, we're going to cross that bridge when we get there. What's up? Aaron is here. Wait, they cut up some of the pieces. How do you plan to rebuild it? We're going to build until we get to one of those pieces that is broken, and then we're going to find a replacement, essentially. Jeff Bagel is here. What's up, Jeff? Cut up pieces, my soul. Someone just stabbed a Horcrux. I know, right? But here's the thing. I will say, Technic is hard. Technic is very challenging, and I have definitely had tons of building experience with Technic. Not a whole lot, but tons of really difficult, headache-inducing Technic builds. I think The last one I did was, which again, I got roasted for saying the name of this car wrong. The Peugeot, the Technic Peugeot, the 9X13 hypercar. I reviewed that set for my friends over at Beyond the Brick, and there were definitely some like rebuilds that I had to do as I was building it, because I don't do this very often. But yeah, so I'm gonna just like get started. I have not deconstructed all of this, so I'm just gonna hang out. I'm gonna like sort all of these parts out, try to make it a little bit easier to build. Obviously, you know, most of the pieces are here, but I want to make sure that like if I'm gonna rebuild it, we're gonna check every piece. We have a mission tonight. This is our mission, is to make sure that that her car gets back to her, and I'm supposed to be delivering this tomorrow, so that means that we're going to be starting and finishing this tonight. So bear with me. We're gonna work through this together. Thank you, Aaron. Valiant goal. Yes, I appreciate that. I will definitely need all the good luck. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Technic builder, but this is the task that's been put on me as a member of the LEGO community, to be there for this person who struggled with this build. We're gonna get it back in their hands. But yeah, that's the goal for tonight. That's the mission. I'm just gonna sort a bunch of, I know this is gonna probably take a long time just to sort it out, but I think it would be probably the best thing to do to make sure that we have all the pieces, is to sort them all in this pile. And yeah, we're just gonna do that first, and then we'll get to the building portion. But how are you guys doing tonight? What have you been up to? How's your week going? Like I said, we're back doing live streams. I'm just gonna be like pulling apart all these pieces. We're gonna make various piles. I might take some inspiration from the Instagram ladies, Jean's version, Girl Bricks a lot. I think Ob the Builder does some of this too. It's called the practice of knolling, where you lay out all the pieces in a very aesthetically pleasing way. I'm not very good at that, so we might do that, we might not, but I prefer the pile method, where we just organize things in piles. But yeah, Batman 5, hello. Dream times, I got a drink and a snack. 24-hour stream. I hope not. I really hope not. But I'm glad that you're prepared for that if it does get to that. So hopefully not. But yeah, we're just gonna break this down into pins and all these random Technic pieces. Hope the music is at a good volume. Let me know if it gets too loud. We can turn it down a little bit here. Turn it down a little bit. Aaron said, Rickspiration said, I just got off work, so I'm catching up on homework. Glad I have some ambient sound with your stream. I will give you as much ambient sound as you need. You know, if you want some like white beach noise, I can do that too. We can just, I don't know if that's, you know, working for you, but seagulls in the background. Brother Workshop, I'm home stretch on a job I've been working on since May. A bit more down to the wire than I'd like, but striving for victory. Very nice. I'm excited to see how that turns out. Can we guess the theme that you're working on, or if it's a Lego job or not? That would be kind of cool. I myself just wrapped up a job that I've been working on for the last few weeks. Very excited to get back to the life of content here on the channel. I've been kind of shirking my my Ant Bandit duties to y'all too by focusing on other things. There's been a lot going on, lots of work, and it was one of those jobs for me where it just, and I'm sure Kevin, you probably had this too, where there's just constant revisions. And I got all the way to, I love working with the clients I work with. Like this is no shade to them at all. But there's very specific, whenever you do things for clients, like branded content or, you know, videos for clients, there's very specific, like finishing, like file types, the format, the codecs, the all the versions that you have to submit, sometimes with graphics, sometimes without graphics. And I've been working on a job for the last few weeks where we got all the way to the QC portion, and then there was a whole lot of, we need this, we need that. And so anyways, I'm glad to have wrapped up with that. It was a great job. I'm very excited. I'll be sharing more. I took a lot of behind the scenes for that one, so I'll be sharing some behind the scenes for that job at some point when I can, you know, get the clearance to go ahead and share, which is always the one thing you have to wait. Yes, Lego job. You saw a clip at Brickworld. Oh, very nice. Yeah, That's gonna be a good one. I'm excited to see that one. Yeah, very nice. That was a very good clip that I saw as well. I'm remembering now. But yeah, I'm excited to get back to some content myself. I have a lot of ambitious goals, probably too ambitious. I don't know how you guys are when it comes to like setting goals for yourself. I usually shoot way too high for things that I'm actually capable of doing, but I've got a lot of goals, things I want to do. I'm really excited about. The month of August is going to be a busy one for me. I turn 32 years old on August 7th, so that is not this next week, next Wednesday, but 2 Wednesdays from now. So I will probably end up doing some kind of, I'm thinking about doing some kind of like special birthday stream where, you know, we, you know, build some sets and, you know, build some of the things that I'm going to be asking for my birthday. But yeah, it's, that's a big thing coming up. I'm excited to celebrate with some friends. And, yeah, that's, you know, I feel like for a lot of people, when it's your birthday month, like you don't want to be, oh, it's my birthday coming up. You don't want to be that person, but it adds a different, like August, it feels a little bit more exciting. You know what I mean? At least for me. I don't want to try and like get my hopes up too much, but I enjoy celebrating and all that stuff. Bricks in Action, Brother to Workshop, you're an amazing animator. He is an amazing animator and a really nice guy to boot. Oh yes, I'm familiar with lofty goals. Said Brickspiration. Yeah, that is how it do be. I think like the thing that I'm learning is like, as much as I set goals for myself, I really want to like also like be understanding towards my own like needs. And hey, sometimes you know it's okay to rest and you know, take some time for yourself. I've been playing some Fortnite with some friends, and that's been fun to you know, get some Fortnite games in with some friends lately, because I haven't had the time because I've been working. So yeah, it's been good. Happy early birthday as well. Mine's in August. Oh, nice. What date is your birthday, Aaron? So many new sets coming out in August. Yes. Oh, I am so excited. There is a lot coming out. I will be at actually, you know, if y'all want to come and meet me, I don't know who will be there, but I'm going to be at the North Point Mall in Atlanta, Georgia for release day on August 1st. So if you guys want to, I don't know if anyone here is from Atlanta, but yeah, I'm excited for that. What sets are we all excited the most for? Because there's a lot of stuff coming out. I'm excited to do some content on some of the sets coming out as well. It's a lot of good stuff. I know that we're getting new Sonic the Hedgehog sets, which I know Brickspiration is probably very excited about, with Super Sonic as a minifigure form, which I'm very excited about. I think that's really the only new minifigure in the new line of Sonic sets, but I'm very excited about that. He's basically just yellow Sonic with a slightly different head mold, but yeah, very excited about Sonic. We're getting new Animal Crossing as well. I'm excited about the new Animal Crossing sets. I have yet to do like content on the Animal Crossing sets, but I got the entire wave. They're sitting right here of all the last Animal Crossing wave. So I'm excited about that. How long have you been a YouTuber? Said Bricks in Action. That's a good question. I've been uploading to YouTube for a couple of years now. I wouldn't say I've been a YouTuber for that entire time. I really started this kind of like maybe 2 years ago now at this point. Brickspiration, your birthday is the 30th. Well, happy early birthday to you as well. And Brother to Workshop said Jaws. Yes, that's another one that's coming out in a couple days. Yeah, August is Jaws release as well. I'm very excited about that. I'm not surprised the other film nerd here is excited about Jaws as well. I'm excited about that. The minifigs, the set, like the shark itself looks really good. I'm definitely going to be picking that one up as well. Though I think that one's probably just going to be for me. I don't really know like what I would do content wise on it, but I was inspired. My friend Nicole, Girl Bricks a Lot, did some really cool pictures of the set that when she got it early from LAN of the Jaws set on the beach, and where she lives is like, you know, I don't know the exact location, but she lives in this like coastal town, and it was really cool. I was like, I kind of want to do some like cool photos with the Jaws set. And Aaron said, I'm near the Atlanta area, but I'll be in Virginia for Brick Fair, sadly. That's right. Brick Fair is coming up too. T Valkyrie, Jaws, new Sonic sets. Yes. The Dreams wave is pretty strong too. Is this, correct me if I'm wrong, is this new wave the one with the T-Rex and the Raven? I feel like that's the new wave coming out. I am excited about the Dreams, the Z-Blob Knight. I think that's probably the best set in the new Dreams wave. The mini movie they made for Jaws was utterly delightful. Even thought it was CGI. Wait a minute. Was the Jaws movie, or was the Jaws animate? Was that stop motion? I thought that was CGI too. Whoever did that needs a bonus then, if that's the case, because I thought that was CGI. But mostly because of the water animation. I feel like stop motion water is always a challenge. Man, who did it then? That makes me curious. I hope all of you have seen it by now, but yeah, it was like a promotional little mini movie that they made for the Jaws set, and it was like a recreation of the scene. I kind of like how, you know, Lego in their you know, typical Lego fashion, you know, they can't give, you know, the character a gun to, because in the movie Jaws, spoilers, they kill Jaws, and they have the barrel in his mouth, and in the little animation he throws like I think like a piece or something like that, and it makes the canister in his mouth explode. So it was CGI. It's the mini movie they made for Jaws. Oh, okay, it was CGI. Okay. Did I misread that then? Let's see. Even though it was CGI. Okay, I did misread that. That is my fault. Okay, yes. Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, I'm very excited about Jaws set. There's a bunch of other stuff too. One of the sets I'm really excited about, or one of the other things I'm really excited about is the Star Wars wave, because we're getting a lot of really good Star Wars sets. We're getting the Cal Kestis Star Destroyer, which I don't really have. I've never owned a Star Destroyer before, so I'm really excited about getting that one. And also, of course, the Cal Kestis minifigure, which is really exciting. I'm very excited about that. I would love to do some kind of Jedi, you know, Fallen Order type animation with that, you know, when I get the time. You know, that would be like a full-on animated short film, hopefully. But let me mute my phone here. Let's see. Spoilers on a 45-year-old movie. How could I? Yes, indeed. They kill the shark at the end of Jaws. Bum, bum, bum. How long do you think this set is going to take to build? Also, I just hit 10K today, and I couldn't have done it without your inspiration. That's awesome. Congrats to Batman 5 for hitting 10K. That's amazing. Really happy for you, Batman 5. That's great. Yeah, I'm excited for you. That's awesome. It's a huge milestone to hit, and it definitely is a testament to your hard work as well. Not anything that I've done, but you definitely earned that. I'm happy for you. Yeah, wow, that's awesome. Never seen the movie, but now I don't need to. Jaws is a classic. Jaws is a classic. That is, I will say, one of my favorite all-time Spielberg movies. You know, there's so much to love about Jaws. It's like a masterclass in suspense and, you know, just cinematography. You know, there's just some iconic scenes in it too, like the nails on the chalkboard. You know, I definitely probably just made a couple people scream just because of the memory of the nails on the chalkboard scene. But yeah, just a classic. Now, here's the thing though that I kind of feel bad about. I really wanted to get the T-Rex, the Jurassic Park diorama that comes with the T-Rex and the Jurassic Park Jeep, but I never did. And now that we have this other like Spielberg diorama, I'm like, man, do I go back and get that T-Rex diorama? Because those would be really great to like pair with each other. So yeah, so I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about it. That'll probably happen at some point. T Valkyrie said Jaws is awesome. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's awesome. Yes, absolutely. It is great. Have you played Jedi Fallen Order or Survivor? I have. I've played both. I 100%ed Fallen Order, and then I just recently in the last year played Survivor, and I think I liked Fallen Order a little bit more, but I am a huge fan of the characters and the world, and you know, I would love to see a live action Cal Kestis at some point. I love that, like, when they cast for these video games nowadays, they cast based on like the, you know, physical likeness of these characters, so that, you know, eventually if they wanted to put this character in live action, it make sense. So would love to see live action Cal at some point. Nah, just put the boat and shark with your lighthouse and fishing store. That's also a great idea. Yeah, that boat, oof, it looks so good. I'm gonna have like a whole marina layout at some point, like a whole coastal town. It is amazing how great it's, you know, the boat pairs with that old fishing store. That is really something I'm excited about too. Oh, I bought that set for my dad. It's super cool. Nice. Wasn't it PG at the time, scaring all the kids? Speaking about Jaws, I don't know. I thought it was PG. I thought it was PG-13, but I could be wrong. I know that Jaws is definitely the reason that we have such a crazy, you know, fear of sharks these days. It is crazy to me to think that that movie alone has sparked so much like hatred for, you know, for sharks, and they're not as bad as people think. You definitely don't want to, like, you know, go get in a bathtub with the shark, but not that you would be able to do that easily, but yeah, I feel like it's interesting to me, the ramifications that movie had on how we see sharks, you know. I'm trying to figure out the best way to sort this because there's so many different pieces here. Man, I can't stand Technic. Who here in the chat likes Technic? What do you like about Technic? Because this is just there's a reason the stream is titled "This is the last Technic stream I'm ever gonna do," is because I don't build Technic. This is not something I do. It's not something I enjoy. Ask me to review a Technic set and I'll tell you no. Ask me to build a Technic set, I'll tell you no. Offer to give me a Technic set for free, I'll say no thank you. It's not what I want to do. But here we are. This is for a greater cause, though. This is for, you know, a little girl who really likes this. So that's the reason that we're doing this. The reason that we're doing this. I've got to remind myself. Danny Fandoms is here. Howdy, howdy. Temple of Doom was PG, and the reason they invented PG-13 after traumatizing too many children. Okay. That does make sense. Yeah, Temple of Doom is definitely the most the most out there of all of the indie movies. Bricks in Action asked, have you seen The Acolyte? If so, what is your opinion? Oh, what a hot button topic. I have seen The Acolyte, unfortunately. I have been kind of soft. Like last week we were talking a little bit about The Acolyte, and I feel like I can talk more about it now because we've had our finale. You know, it's been a week, so we can talk a little bit more in depth about it, and my feelings are the same. I think the more distance I get from having seen the finale, the less I like it, and I didn't like it when I watched it. I will say the two good things I liked about it before I rip on The Acolyte. I really liked the costume design. I thought the High Republic Jedi outfits looked really cool. I really liked the Stranger, like his whole look, the helmet. I can't remember the exact material it's made of, but when lightsabers hit it, it like deactivates the lightsabers. I thought that was kind of cool. Cortosis or core something, and it was made of some special metal. I liked the fight choreography. I thought that was kind of cool. It was definitely action-packed. It wasn't as good as like other stuff in Star Wars, but it was, you know, exciting. I mean, the fight scenes were definitely, you know, exciting to watch. So I liked those things. The rest of it to me was not for me. It was awful. I thought it was really disappointing how they continue to like break apart the Star Wars canon a bit with all of these new revelations. I don't know if I want to get too far into spoiler territory. There's so much about the Acolyte that doesn't make sense when you think about it from a broader standpoint of the Star Wars canon. I could go on and on, but we don't have to get into it. Cortosis, thank you, Madlib. Yes. Really enjoyed the series, Danny Fandoms. Hope we get some Lego sets. Okay, Danny, tell me, what did you like about the Acolyte? Because I will say, all the discourse about this show online for me has been mostly negative. I have yet to like meet someone or talk to anyone who's like, love the show, that was great. So I would love to hear from you. Kevin said, sharks are awesome, sharks are terrifying. Conservationists try to convince us they aren't terrifying. Don't do that. I love them and want them to live because they are terrifying. Yes, they're terrifying and amazing creatures. I think they're so cool. I definitely, you know, I grew up watching Shark Week too. So Shark Week for me was a big thing. Did anyone else grow up watching Shark Week? That was such a cool thing. I feel like it's not as hyped up nowadays. I did see a bunch of, what was it, like Reddit posts about Shark Week nowadays, and people saying, oh, it's gone down the drain because they're sensationalizing, you know, sharks again, and like just trying to treat them like killing machines. And it's like, you know, I like shark, you know, nature documentaries that, you know, balance it. Like, they are terrifying, but also they're pretty cool. There's a lot to love about sharks. I have a bunch of random shark facts stored away in my head that I could absolutely let loose on you guys if you wanted. I definitely have a fascination with sharks. So yeah, everything was in line with canon. Oh shoot, Danny Fandoms. No. Oh no, it was not in line with canon. No. Well, here's the thing. I'll say this. To treat your statement with a little bit more, you know, context and depth, I will say that I'm trying to like process how to say this. Just because the Acolyte was, you know, it did introduce a lot of new things that put a lot of things in the canon up to question. For example, we have Ki-Adi-Mundi and now Yoda, who are aware of the events that unfold, but still they don't do anything about them. And also in the Phantom Menace and the later in Star Wars, how do they not know about all this stuff that goes down? Is Yoda hiding this stuff? Because Yoda hiding a huge tragedy thing that happens to the Jedi feels pretty out of character to Yoda to me. And also, you know, the whole, you know, Ki-Adi-Mundi not being, you know, aware and or saying in the Phantom Menace, the Sith haven't been seen for a millennium. Anyways. Also, like, Force Mind Wipe, is that pretty new? I think that's pretty. Why aren't we seeing that more often? Anyways, I don't want to get too far into spoiler territory for those who haven't seen it, but there is a lot that it's kind of questionable. But anyways, if you enjoyed it, no hate to you. I have double checked everything, said Danny. Okay, if you've double checked everything, then I believe you. You're more likely to be killed by a cow than a shark, said Dreamtimes. Wow, that's interesting. I have heard you're more likely to get struck by lightning as well than get killed by a shark. So that's also interesting. Batman 5 said, I used to love Shark Week, but it's kind of just the same old every time, where they literally only focus on great whites and sometimes bull sharks. That's right. Yeah, there are so many different sharks out there, like, that are fascinating. Like, you've got like basking sharks, the mega mouth with the huge mouth. Those are really cool. You've got goblin sharks. Oh, those things are so ugly. You know, there's a lot of different types of sharks out there. I would really love if Lego were to expand the sharks, like the mold that they have, and do some different types of sharks, because we've had that classic shark mold for a long time and it's pretty much unchanged, except for we did get hammerheads, sawtooth sharks, and the larger great white mold, which are all great, but I'd love to see some, like, you know, some crazy ones. Give me like a basking shark. That'd be pretty cool. Or I don't even know. Goblin sharks would be wild. But yeah. Danny Fandoms, I like Force lore. I like seeing the transition between the High Republic and prequels. Jedi are less powerful lightsaber choreography and things we see for the first time in live action. We did get a lot of firsts. in the Acolyte. We did get a lot of firsts in the Acolyte. I will say that. The Kyber Crystal bleeding, that was interesting. Though I will say, think about this. You know, I know that. So in the show, for context, one of the characters turns to the dark side. Big spoiler. This is probably too much of a spoiler. Their lightsaber, their hand comes in contact with the crystal and turns it from blue to red. Now, there's a whole process behind Kyber Crystal bleeding, but it involves like the character becoming overwhelmed with darkness and hate and, you know, revenge and all these dark side feelings. And it's like, man, this happened for this random character, but, you know, it does kind of, there are reasons for this not to make sense for Anakin, but why didn't Anakin's lightsaber turn red? I mean, the obvious answer is it had to stay blue because Luke, and it ends up being blue throughout the entirety of the franchise. But Darth Vader didn't turn his lightsaber red. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of a noob question, but it's kind of silly to me that, you know, some of these things that we saw for the first time were just, they felt like they were inserted in there just to say, here's the first time we're seeing this. Yeah. But who knows? We might get a season 2 where we get more. So I'm waiting to find out if we're going to get a season 2 of The Acolyte. So, how would you get killed by a cow? You would get kicked, or yeah. So there are lots of ways to get killed by a cow, or set on. You could get set on by a cow. That'd be pretty traumatizing. Somebody asked, how many pieces in tonight's build? That's a great question. I'm gonna have to look this up because we're nowhere near sorting done with this yet. Let's see. This is the LEGO Technic 42161 Lamborghini Huracán, or Hurricane, however you want to pronounce it, Tecnica. And let's see. It has a total of 806 pieces. So not too many, but the thing is that a lot of these are, it's a Technic build. So, you know, we've got a lot of pieces still to go through. Peace out. Bricks in action. Yep. Ki-Adi-Mundi does not know about the Sith. When he saw the video of May, he immediately thought she was trained by a rogue Jedi, did not even consider a Sith. But here's the thing. I don't know. When we talk to the other Jedi, like, and he goes, what are you? I am a Sith. It's like, this could be a Sith. And the fact that Ki-Adi-Mundi says so confidently in The Phantom Menace, we haven't seen them in a millennium. You know? So, I don't know. We don't have to, Danny, I feel like you and I should like go back and forth in DMs about the Acolyte. But it was an interesting show. I will say I was disappointed that we didn't get more of the lightsaber whip. That was something we saw for the first time in the Acolyte, which was Venestra. One of the Jedis has a lightsaber whip, but they only pull it out once to kill like a measly little bug. Like there's a bug that attacks them. And Venestra goes, whoop-ah, and pulls out her lightsaber whip. And it's like, we don't get to see that in action. So if we do get a season 2, I'm sure we will see more of that. But yeah. I am interested to see if they do get a season 2, because they will definitely be delving into Darth Plagueis and Palpatine and all of that. So that would be interesting to see. Plagueis is definitely the most interesting thing about all of it. So I really hope if they do get a season 2, treat his character with a lot of respect, because him being kind of like at the ending, they treat it like, oh, he wasn't the originator of this plan for, you know, creating Anakin with the Force, because Anakin's born from the Force. It's a matter of like him being inspired by Osha and May and their whole story. And he's just kind of creepily watching them from the shadows. So I don't know. I didn't really feel great about that. And I was like hoping that we would get more Plagueis, but it definitely felt like kind of inserted at the last minute there. Anyways, did you see the Yoda cameo? I did, which is another thing I wasn't a huge fan of, because if Yoda knows about the events of the show, why doesn't he do anything about it? Is he hiding it? Anyways, again, if you enjoyed the show, nothing wrong with that. You know, you don't have to listen to any random person on the internet when it comes to their opinions on stuff. Yeah, if you liked it, you liked it. You know, I won't say you're wrong for liking it, but you know, in the same vein, I think there's a lot of legitimate complaints when it comes to the show. But anyways, we don't have to dwell on it. For those who are just joining us or watching this, we are in the process of rebuilding the Lamborghini Huracán Tecnica. This was something that I have been tasked with doing for a friend of mine, a friend of a friend. Their daughter got this set, built it, and in order to finish it, unfortunately, they built it like 90% correct, but then they definitely cut some of the Technic pieces in order to make everything fit, which is, like, you know, anytime Lego gets cut up, I'm like, man, that is upsetting. But they didn't know any better, and we're gonna help them get this fixed up. And yeah, it's a little bit of surgery rebuild for this set. So season 2 is on hold. Poor numbers. Yes, yep, I heard that. So we'll see. Maybe I would say I would like to see the story points resolved, even if it's not in like a show or a second season. Like, give us a comic or a book, you know. I would be interested in seeing that. So yeah. But yeah, speaking of upcoming Star Wars shows, we have one that I'm very interested in that we haven't seen anything for, and I really am like waiting on it. It's called Skeleton Crew, and I'm really interested to see how that show turns out. We've already seen the Lego set. Apparently the Lego set is already leaked, and it's already showing up on store shelves. It's for what is it called? The Onyx Cinder is what it's called. So I really like the ship. I don't know if I'll end up getting it, but it's a really interesting set with some like cool, you know, like landing gear. It reminds me a bit of the what is it? Cad Bane's ship. I can't remember the name of Cad Bane's ship, but it also has like a cool landing gear feature. What is the name of that? Is it like the Buzzard or something? The Vulture? I feel like that's probably wrong. What is the name of Cad Bane's ship? Somebody tell me. What's better, Star Wars or Harry Potter? Said Bricks in Action. That is a great question. You know, hey, who am I to tell you what's better if you like one more than the other? But I will say this. I think that both have their merits. What a middle of the road on the fence thing. I will say personally, I like Star Wars better. I have more of a personal attachment to Star Wars, but I have been lucky enough to work on some Harry Potter animations that was really fun. So I have enjoyed my time in the wizarding world of Harry Potter. I will say I've been to Harry Potter World way more times than I've been to Galaxy's Edge, which is 0. I still have yet to go to Galaxy's Edge. I would love to go at some point. I think Danny Fandoms has been a bunch. So you'll have to tell me about your experience there, because I definitely I need to make the pilgrimage as a Star Wars fan to visit Galaxy's Edge. Rise of the Resistance and the Smuggler's Run. I feel like I get a lot of like Disney influencer videos in my algorithm these days, and I'm not complaining. I enjoy it. Like, I really enjoy like theme parks. I grew up in Florida, so I grew up going to, you know, Disney World and the water parks and everything, and was very blessed to be able to do that. But since moving away, I have not like been back a whole lot to enjoy that. So that is something I need to definitely, you know, try again at some point. Danny Phantoms loves Galaxy's Edge. Let's go, Star Wars fans of Bricks in Action. There you go. Are you looking forward to the Mandalorian movie? I am very much looking forward to the Mandalorian movie. I am very curious what Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are going to be doing with the rest of their, you know, their legacy in the Star Wars universe. So I really enjoyed Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2. Season 3 was a little bit hit or miss for me. I'm a bit sad that the focus has moved off of Din Djarin and more towards Bo-Katan. I like both characters, but I definitely gravitate more towards like the cowboy, the Western, space Western, you know, style The Mandalorian, or at least how it started. It's not as much that these days. But yeah, I'm very excited. I think it'll be cool. I have the UCS Razor Crest here on my shelf, along with my Mando from the Helmet series, and then looks like, yeah, the plaque from the UCS Razor Crest as well, which is to this day my favorite Ultimate Collector Series set. So, oh, look at this. We got people already asking, where is James? Why isn't James on the stream? And the person asking this, of course, is James himself. James is working on other things that are very important, and he could not be with us tonight. Very sad. He will be back at some point in the future. He's reassured me of this personally. And yes. But I hope you're doing well, James. Yeah, he couldn't make it tonight. Last week we had the one and only Jetty Exo edits for some Exoforce sets. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but my cat is outside screaming right now. She loves to, I learned what this term is the other day. It's called caterwauling. And let's see, I don't know if you can hear it. Hang on. She, of course, decides to stop right as I point the mic at the door. Hang on. Let's see if she wants to come in. Let's see if she wants to come inside. You want to come in? Come on. Yes. All right. Everybody say hello. Here, we'll have a quick guest appearance. Here she is. This is, here, hang on. We got to make her sure. There we go. This is Misty. Everybody say hello to Misty. I heard you screaming out there. Are you doing okay? She's like, what am I doing here? Are you going to mess up my piles? This is why all my animations have little pieces of hair in them. Here, let's say goodbye to Misty, everybody. There we go. Do you want to hang out in here, or do you want to leave? She loves the sound of her own meowing. I think she just likes to scream and yell, which is great. That's fine with me, but she's kind of old. She wants to leave now. Hang on. All right. Do you want to go? Okay. She darted out. James, you're being replaced. Yes, Misty has officially taken your spot. No, Misty's adorable. She's a little bit older. She's been around for a little while. She's been around the sun a few times, and she likes the sound of her own voice. So she'll find a corner. I think this is hilarious when she does this. She finds a corner. Now there's like hair floating. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's just there's hair on the mic. Anyways, so she'll find a corner of the room, and she puts her head in the corner, and she just screams. She just, because she likes the echoey sound of the screaming. I think she's kind of going a little bit hard of hearing, so I think that's how she hears herself the best. So she's adorable, though. Yeah, her name is Misty. James looks like a cat. Weird. Oh, hey, Aubrey is here. Hello, Aubrey. How are you doing? Good to see you. Everybody likes Misty. How long do your speed build animations take you? That's a great question. Different amounts of time. So I haven't done one in a while, but I'm probably going to be doing one at some point soon. Basically, I have to, whenever I do animate a speed build, I animate it in reverse. I actually have a whole video tutorial on how to do it, if you ever want to try it. But you build the set first, so however long it takes you to build the set. And then depending on the size of the set, that's a big part of it. Or if there's any special animation, like if the pieces are kind of melting off or spinning off in a certain way, that takes a little bit more time and effort. But yeah, different. I mean, it's kind of subjective. It's like whenever I do a client animation, people ask, how long do you need for this? And it's like, I need more information, because one of the hard things about stop motion is trying to determine how long something takes, because if you're animating one character versus a whole crowd of characters, those are very different tasks. Yeah, so it depends is the answer to all of those questions. James doesn't shed that much. He will talk about Power Rangers, but is that a fair trade? Yes, it is. You can shed and talk about Power Rangers if you want, James. But yeah, hope you guys are having a good night. Ooh, this is, I rarely see this piece. We got a nice little flexible Technic joint. It is funny because I don't really build Technic at all. This is definitely a new experience for me. And so whenever I build a Technic set that I'm, against my will or for the benefit of others, it's like, oh wow, this piece exists. That's super useful. And it's like, yeah, that's been around for a little while. It's not new, but I'm just encountering it for the first time through these sets that I, don't typically build. So that is one thing I enjoy, is like seeing new parts in sets that I wouldn't usually build myself. So there are benefits to Technic. There are benefits to building Technic. I'd like to see Babylon 5 and Firefly Lego sets. Oh yeah, Firefly. Oof. That would be amazing. The things I would do for a Firefly Lego set. I feel like that's kind of, I hate to, dash your dreams, but I feel like the only way that we would get a Firefly set would be through ideas. And I feel like there have been some ideas Firefly sets already. So none of them have yet to make it through. But yeah, that would be great. I would love, you know what would be great? This is what we need to do. And maybe this is a video I'll do in the future. If you guys are like big Firefly fans, because I definitely am, it would be great to do a Serenity, like a model of the ship from the Firefly show, but in the scale of like the new MIDI scale Star Wars sets. I think that would be really cool. She's screaming out there. I don't know if it's picking up on the mic at all, but she's running around going absolutely feral. It's just us in the house, so she's running around. See you later, James. Thanks for popping by. Hope your night goes well. Everybody say bye to James. Bye, James. He'll be back for another stream at some point soon. Whenever he decides he wants to come back. If ever. No, he'll come back. Yeah, Firefly is a great show. That is... it's one I haven't rewatched in a while. I definitely need to go back and spend some time, do another rewatch. I'm currently, speaking of like great sci-fi, I'm currently rewatching through Battlestar Galactica, which is amazing. Love Battlestar Galactica. It's been years since I've watched the series, so I'm really enjoying like going through it. They just added it to Amazon Prime, so it's on Amazon Prime if you want to watch it. And if you don't know anything about Battlestar, it is so worth going through. It is like it's basically like akin to Star Trek and Star Wars and like this epic sci-fi like space opera. It's so good. And there's a lot to enjoy of it, like mini seasons and movies and all interconnected, different timelines, different prequels and things like that. Right now, I'm just going through kind of the main story of Battlestar. It's so good. It's so good. The reboot or the original? This is the reboot, the 2000 series. So, yes, this is I think it started in 2003 or 2004, I believe. And I just, at this point, watched Battlestar Galactica Razor, which is I'm doing this in chronological order, by the way. So there's the mini series, and then there's the official series, and then you get to about like season 2, and about halfway through the season 2 you have to stop to watch one of the movies called Razor, and then there's another movie, I think it's maybe a movie or a web series called The Plan, and so you got to do that, and then there's another one. So there's a whole order to all of these things online that you can look up and reference. So I've been referencing that, but I'm in season 2, just finished Razor. It was great, love it. So I loved everything about the reboot except the ending, which honestly I can't remember how it ends, so don't spoil it for me, because I don't think I got to the ending when I watched it last time. But I really enjoyed the journey. I really enjoy everything about it so far. So DSL is here. What's up, DSL? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We're building Technic tonight for the first time ever and the last time ever on this stream. So that's what we're doing. I don't know if you're a Technic fan or not. We're parting the set out before we actually start building it because it was built incorrectly. So we got to make sure all the pieces are here. Caprica was good, but ended too soon. I did watch Caprica. I did really enjoy Caprica. That was a good show. Which was a prequel to the miniseries. So there's a lot of Battlestar to get into. Caprica was kind of like in the chronological order. It happens earlier, like first, but it came out, I think, last. I think it was like one of the last things that came out as far as the release order of things. But I did watch Caprica when it was on. I think it was on Sci-Fi Channel, if I remember correctly. I subbed to you because you watched the how to stop motion tutorial. Thanks, Case, or Caesar the Heavy. Nice, thank you. Glad you enjoyed the tutorial. I'm working on more stop motion soon, but we've got a bunch more Lego content as well. We do live streams here every Wednesday night, just building and hanging out. So glad you're enjoying the content. I have a new video coming out very soon. I've been hard at work. I know this is always what everybody says is big things soon. Big things coming soon. Yeah. But yes, actually, big things are coming soon. So I have a series where I'm building the world's largest Lego aquarium, and we've got the new aquarium module video coming very soon. I've been hard at work on that. I had to do a whole lot of rebuilding because this video was due to be finished a lot earlier, but it unfortunately got destroyed and had to be completely rebuilt. So that was the hardest thing about that video. So, but we're almost there. It's almost done. I've never seen the reboot. What's it about? Ooh, Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, I could go on and on. Battlestar Galactica, if you never heard about it, this is the pitch for Battlestar. It's the last remnants of humanity running through space in a war against an evil force of AI robots called the Cylons, who are hell-bent on hunting down and destroying humanity. And so the key thing about Battlestar, though, is that it's the robots, the Cylons, that usually look like giant metal, kind of like creatures, like they've got long arms and guns for hands. But a few of them can turn into basically like cyborgs that look like humans. And so they've infiltrated the last remnants of humanity that are flying through space on the ship, the Battlestar Galactica. And the whole show is a cat and mouse game of them trying to survive and also figure out who's good and who's the Cylon. And it's very exciting. So, yeah, love it. It's very much a classic, space opera. Some great episodes in there that are touch on a whole lot of different topics and different seasons where you get really close to the characters too. I will say, like, the characters are definitely the best part about Battlestar, and when you learn things about who's good and who's bad, you definitely start to get attached to people, and then you realize that, oh no, their allegiances are they've been different this whole time. Now they're working against everyone. And yeah, love it. Definitely worth checking out. It's on Amazon Prime if you want to watch it. There is a watch order. This is what we were saying earlier. I would check out there's an article called The Ultimate Battlestar Galactica Watch Order that you can check out as you're watching it. But you want to start with the miniseries, just like 3 hours long, and then that gets into the actual series. So, but definitely watch the miniseries first because you won't understand what's going on. Are the Cylons evil or getting revenge for what the humans did? That's a good question. That's a big question throughout the show. I won't say. The humans created the Cylons, and so there is a lot of are the Cylons out for revenge, or are they trying to be the next evolution of humanity? You don't really know, and so I won't spoil that. I won't spoil that for anyone that wants to watch the show, but definitely check it out, and yeah, you won't regret it. I love Lucy Lawless since Xena. She did a good job in Battlestar. She did, yes. Lucy Lawless is great. Yeah, she's great. Who is your favorite stop motion YouTuber? What a great question. I can't say myself. I barely do stop motion here on YouTube these days. Yeah, there's a lot of really good stop motion YouTubers out there. I would say a lot of them that I follow these days are friends of mine who I'm lucky enough to have worked with or have, you know, gotten closer with just through YouTube and doing things. But people like who he was here, Kevin Ulrich, Brotherhood Workshop, Forrest Whaley, who is also known as Forest Fire 101. Big fan of Gus Danko, Onbeat Man, and his stuff. Ben, Playmation Shorts, does some really good stuff as well. He's working on a new Lego Star Wars video. But yeah, there's tons of people out there that I haven't like become super well acquainted with. I really love, what is his name? Now I'm going to be forgetting. There's so many people out there that do stop motion these days. But yeah, I would say those are the people that I really enjoy that come to mind when I think about my favorite stop motion YouTubers. So, yeah. What about you guys? Who do you watch? What are some of your favorite stop motion animators on YouTube? Oh, I will say I'm also really inspired by Kevin Perry. He's a really great stop motion animator, and he does some really great like short form stop motion content, and always very inspiring when I see his stuff. He does some official work for Lego as well that is always really good. So Kevin Perry, he's more active on Instagram as opposed to YouTube, but yeah, definitely check out his stuff. Zach the Maniac. I do enjoy Zach the Maniac as well. Zach the Maniac is great. I have seen his stuff. Jumi Film is great as well. He's done some really creative animations. There's so many of them. I got my start doing Lego stop motion here on YouTube, but I've definitely kind of, as time has gone, I've gotten more into doing like just Lego building content, Lego mock content, something I've really kind of expanded into in the last few years, just because it's something that interests me and I enjoy watching like other kinds of Lego content as well. I've, you know, gotten to be friends with a bunch of other content creators who don't just do Lego content, but some of them do, you know, like all kinds of stuff. So that's always been really inspiring to me. And so the other thing too is animation takes a long time, and I've realized like, you know, to grow, I need to be able to do a lot more than just stop motion, just because it's a lot to get into doing stop motion regularly, you know. And I want to be someone who is able to post on YouTube more often. Now, do I post on YouTube that much? Not enough, basically. So I am, I'm getting there. I just wrapped up a huge client gig that I'm happy with how it turned out, but I'm excited to get back into doing some of the projects that I've been putting off for a while. Oh, this is one of the reasons I don't like Technic. It's so hard to take apart. This is a too philosophical, but when it comes to Lego sets, I really enjoy taking them apart. And I think this is one of the things that pulls me away from Technic, is that it's designed to be put together and not taken apart. And to me, that kind of feels a little bit counterintuitive if you're just someone who wants to like buy a set, build it once. Also, hang on, we've come across our first break. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there is a part here that has been cut. And that is why we are rebuilding this set very carefully. Because we want to make sure that it's all here and it's all accounted for. All right, let's keep working on this. How are you guys doing tonight, though? I'm interested. What are you working on? What are you building? I am very excited about all of the releases coming very soon in August. we've got a whole bunch of new exciting sets. I know it's not coming out this month, but man, that Zelda set, the Legend of Zelda set, keeps getting closer and closer, and that is honestly, that's getting me through the long days. The LEGO Legend of Zelda is coming soon. Woo, I'm so excited about it. And yeah, that is such a big set. I am not happy with the price. It's a very expensive set, but it's like a monumentous occasion when it comes to LEGO stuff. Very excited about that set. Do you have all the replacement pieces? I am assuming that I do. That's a good question. I'm hoping that I do, at least. I have a whole collection of parts downstairs that I'm going to be pulling from. And if anything, we're going to be disassembling this and then getting to where we can with this set. As far as the replacement parts, one of the reasons I wanted to disassemble it too was I wanted to make sure that there weren't more broken pieces than I anticipated. But so far I've only encountered the one. I think there was another one that I pulled off before the stream started, but I can't remember what type it is. So this is the epitome of we'll figure it out as we go, and we will be okay in the end. But I do need to finish this tonight, so if you guys are cool with me running downstairs and haphazardly searching for a piece, then that's what we'll be doing. As long as you guys don't leave and just see an empty stream. I need to, at some point, come up with some like graphics. They'll be like, I'm getting a missing piece. I'll be back. Don't worry, the stream's not over. Someday I will. So far, it seems like everything's working, though. So far. What UCS sets do you have? Interesting question. UCS sets. I have... Let me think. I have the UCS Razor Crest, which is right here, the Mando ship. So far, that has been my favorite UCS set I've ever built or gotten because the detail, the shaping, the parts, I love everything about it. It is just an entire hunk of gray, but it looks so good. There's a lot of like features and the doors open. Really enjoyed that set. That was one that I reviewed for my friends over at Beyond the Brick, so you can watch my review of that. And they were kind enough to let me keep it since I did the video review on it. So big thanks to them for that. A couple other sets I have the UCS Venator, which I also reviewed for them, along with a couple other big sets. I've got the Barad-dûr, the Lord of the Rings set is sitting right over here. We've got the Lion Knight's Castle and the Rivendell, Lord of the Rings Rivendell set, all of which are great sets. I don't know if those count as UCS, though. I think a lot of people count the Star Wars sets as being the only ones that can be UCS, but I think that's a little bit limiting. I mean, we've got like all these other giant sets that are essentially UCS. I do have the Daily Bugle, which is my favorite, all-time favorite Marvel set. Really like the Daily Bugle. But, yeah, those are, I think that's about everything I have. I would love to, at some point, acquire the UCS Y-Wing. So the Y-Wing is my all-time favorite Rebel ship in Star Wars, and so would love to get that at some point. I saw it at a convention when I went to Nashville. One of the vendors had it for like $850, and I was not interested in spending that amount for it, but it is a really hard to come by set, so maybe someday. What's your favorite video game? Oh, good question. Bricks in Action, you are dropping all the heaters. Favorite video game right now that I've been playing is Fortnite. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite with friends. I love the, being able to hop on and play with people, that I get along with. So I've been enjoying doing some Fortnite with friends as I spill my pile of parts here. But my all-time favorite game that I definitely enjoy the most will always be Super Smash Brothers. There's something about Smash Brothers that has always sparked my interest. I've always been like really competitive as well, so I enjoy playing that with friends. I think I really gravitate towards like games that I can play with friends. I definitely enjoy like story-driven games too. Like I played, let's see, the last story-driven game I played was, or narrative, single-player narrative game was, I think Spider-Man 2 on the PS5. So I really enjoyed that one. I played Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, God of War, you know, all of those games. But I always find myself going back to, you know, multiplayer games. Mario Kart, Mario Party, Smash Brothers. Something about it. I like the social aspect. And, you know, you can also, like, you know, beat up your friends, which is always fun, you know? And then there's no winner in Spider-Man 2. You either beat the game or you don't. But I can be a winner in Smash Brothers. Not that I get all my validation from it or anything. Not at all. See you later, Bricks in Action. Thanks for coming by the stream. Come back next week. And come hang out. What kind of video games do y'all play? I'm curious. Are we, you know, also, well, let's just get into this. Speaking of Fortnite, we did just yesterday get our first look at the official LEGO Fortnite sets, which I was very excited about. It's been a long time coming. If you didn't know, LEGO Fortnite has been a thing for a while, but I'm very excited about those sets. We got the Battle Bus, which comes with 9 minifigures for $100, which is an insane deal, and the bus itself looks really good. Really excited about that one. That's going to be a day one purchase for sure. And I was also very surprised. This was pretty cool. One of my friends, Ross, sent me the pictures of it, and I was looking at the pictures, and one of the skins, the Fortnite skins in the set, is one that I use all the time. It's one of my like default characters that I use, and I was like, yes, I get my, like, I didn't realize I was gonna get one of my characters in Lego minifigure form, so I was very happy about that. Yeah, very surprised. So the other Fortnite sets, not so much. I'm not a huge fan of the other ones. We get Peely Bones, which is like this most cursed thing ever. It's like a half skeleton, half banana version of the character Peely, and it's super unsettling. I don't know if you guys, if anyone in the chat has seen Peely Bones, what do we think about Peely Bones? Because I am really interested if there's anybody who's like excited about Peely Bones, because everything I've seen about Peely Bones has been negative so far. It's very unique, I'll say that. But yeah, Peely Bones. We also get a Durr Burger, which is a thing from the Fortnite games. It's like used to be a location, and it's kind of like a brand inside. Man, why won't this come off? I have no idea how to take apart some of this Technic stuff. I feel like I'm gonna be breaking pieces. Like, I don't want to snap it, but there we go. Okay, I found a way in. All right, we'll work on this one for now. We're getting there. This is definitely a process, but we will get there. This set only has 803 pieces, so I'm assuming that we can still do this. I've got the instructions right here, so we'll get to building here soon. We're almost done with this part out here, but I'll be able to drop this off to the original owner of this tomorrow. So my goal is to finish building this set tonight. So we're gonna replace the pieces that are broken, get this back to the little girl that built this originally, hopefully with all the pieces needed to replace and all of that. We're gonna put that there. I'm curious how you guys like sort your pieces. I'm definitely sorting this, and that's how I would build sets. Nowadays they do a pretty good job of like organizing all of the parts that you need in certain bags. So like if you find one part in a bag, there's probably going to be more of them, and there's a very carefully curated build experience, so you don't really have to do a whole lot of organizing. But I did see on a I think it was on Reddit or something a while back, where somebody was just like chaos building. They poured out every bag of a giant UCS set just on the floor, and they got started building like that. And I was like, I can't do that. That's not for me, because it becomes so much harder. Like, you have to, you know, find every piece in a giant pile. That just sounds like you just made that way harder for yourself. But yeah, I am probably going to be spending a lot of money on Lego on August 1st. So I'm very excited about all those releases. I need to put together an actual like list of everything. But I feel like there's a lot of sets that are coming out that people haven't been talking about. I mean, the Star Wars wave is good. I'm excited about all the new Star Wars sets. But yeah, there's a lot of other stuff like Sonic and Animal Crossing and all that stuff that's coming out. We're almost done here with this part out. Almost done. We're going to put the bricks together over there. But we're going to make sure this is entirely built correctly. We may or may not finish this on stream, but this will be finished tonight. So, okay. Yeah, that'll go there. But I'm curious, do you guys sort, when you sort your parts, do you sort by color? Do you sort by piece type? I have a whole collection of parts downstairs in my like main Lego room, and I have for years sorted based on part type, because to me that makes more sense when it comes to like finding things that you need. Like, if you open up a whole bin of 2x2s and you need a yellow 2x2, a yellow 2x2 is going to stand out in a whole pile of other colors, as opposed to if you had a bin of yellow, it's all going to blend in, you know? So that's my personal soapbox moment there. But I know a couple other builders who sort by color, and they seem to do just fine with it. I know, excuse me, Mark and Steven Erickson, who were on Lego Masters, they sort by color for a lot of their stuff. And they seem like they're doing just fine. But yeah, I have never been able to sort by color. I definitely would struggle with that, I think, if I were trying to like build a mock or even a set and just had everything sorted by color. I think I would really struggle with it. Whoop. Pieces are trying to run away from me. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to get my collection more sorted. I feel like this is the thing. Whenever anybody like talks about sorting, I've done some of it on this stream on Wednesday nights before. I've sorted a few things. I might do more of it, to be honest, because it would probably be a better use of my time than just building sets. And there will come a time when all of my sets in my backlog are already finished. So I do have plenty of other sets that I can, you know, build on these live streams and hang out with, but there will come a time when I don't have any more, and I think that'll probably be the end of, you know, building on stream, at least until I get a new set, and the start of the sort stream. I have bins and bins and bins of like unsorted Lego, huge boxes that I need to go through, you know, in my garage. So I will be doing that eventually. It's a problem for future me that I'll deal with eventually. But yeah, all right. I think we're almost to that point here where we can just jump into it. This is the last thing here. Okay, I've got a few more random little bits here. Okay. Let's get this taken apart. The last Technic set, I think I already said this, that I built was the Technic Peugeot 9X13 for a review, and that was difficult, I will say. I did not really enjoy the build itself, you know, but I know there are a lot of people out there who really enjoy Technic, so it's nothing against, you know, those of you who enjoy Technic build. I think the Technic building, I am always interested by like people who build mocks with Technic, because that's something that I don't think I could ever do. I've seen a few people online, but I think most of the Technic mock community is more oriented towards like Bionicle mocks. I think people are that scene is very much alive, but like I wonder if people do people build custom like Technic sets? Is this something that people do? I'd be really interested to find out. All right. I can hear my cat downstairs screaming. She is being loud down there. All right. I think that's it. Let's make sure we've got everything here. That in there. We'll put this over here, put this over here. Okay. All right. We are done with the sorting out. Now we get to the fun stuff. The rebuilding. Let's see. We've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes now at this point. If you're still here, say hello. Put a hello in the chat. But we're going to jump into this actual build here, and hopefully we have all the pieces. Okay. All right. I'm already intimidated. One thing I do like about Technic sets is that they give you the measurement of like the Technic beam, so I can just like find the beam and then like make sure it matches the measurement there. Here, let me change my AC though. I'm burning up in here. Let's see here. My upstairs studio definitely gets roasty. It gets toasty and roasty. There we go. We got the fan on. All right, here we go. We're gonna make sure that there are no mistakes. Watch me give this entire set back to her with just half built. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do this perfectly. I'm curious if there are any like fans of Technic building here. I'm curious if you guys build these. I feel like I do know some people who really enjoy these sets. Like Josh Build Stuff is another YouTuber friend of mine who really enjoys these Technic builds. Dreamtime says, how many damaged pieces did you find? I only found the one, but I know that before I started the stream, I did remove one or two others. So I'm hoping that doesn't come back to bite me. But we're just going to build until we hit one of those problems. And then we'll go from there. But for now, I think we just have probably two cut pieces that we're going to have to deal with replacing. It's this beam, like this beam right here, and then I think there's another beam that was cut. Yeah, it looked like they took like a razor to it. All right, and we'll just get this here. I like looking at them, but never built one. They do look really good. I will say there are several Technic sets that look really good on display. I really like what people do with the cars, and they build like frames. So what I'll see is that they'll take like custom picture frames and they'll put a background with like some kind of scenery or something like that, and they'll mount the car to the wall. I think that always ends up looking really good. So yeah, that is something that I would never do because I don't build these sets. So, but we're doing this for a good cause. It is for good reasons that we're doing this. So I got to keep telling myself that. We're looking for this. Usually it's really hard for me to like build and chat when I'm streaming. And now I've picked a set that I would probably struggle with already, a Technic set, and I'm streaming it too. Oh geez. Like I said, the last Technic stream, first and last Technic stream I'll ever do. All right, that's gonna go there. I feel like most of the stream is just gonna be me talking through my decisions. Put that part there, put that part there. Sometimes I do that when I'm trying to like lock in and focus on a task. I just have to narrate myself through it. I was working on a job. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, I was working on a job recently. I was trying to finish up my like deliverables, and I had to. There's a lot of stuff I had to track, like when I was exporting all my final video project stuff. And I was like, okay, I got to go here, I got to go there, I got to export this, put that there. There's a lot of moving pieces that I had to track. I knew there were a lot of Star Wars minifigs, but had no idea until I saw a huge display of all the variations, etc. Yeah, there are. Talk about a massive collection. Star Wars minifigs. You're gonna have there is a whole lot of them to collect and track. Rich Boy J, I know that he was working on creating a complete collection of every Star Wars minifig, and he has a massive wall of like all of his minifigs all put up on display. And yeah, it's crazy because yeah, there are so many minor variations when it comes to unique figs. It's like, you know, tiny minute differences that no one else will notice. But yeah, I'm working on a new video right now, kind of along that same vein of a minifig collection video that's going to be coming out in October. So that is one that I'm really excited about, and one I've been filming for a while. A lot of people have helped me out with it and have been very helpful with helping me get that video done. So it wouldn't be happening without all my friends. But yeah, I'm excited to release that one. All right, let's make sure we're doing this correctly. This is a Technic set after all. Hey, loved your video about stop motion and reverse build. Hey, thanks, Serato Bricks. I appreciate that. Thanks for joining in on the stream. I'm curious, did you use it to make your own at all, or did you use any of my tutorials? But glad you enjoyed it regardless. I have a bunch of other like random LEGO content coming to the channel very soon, so I'm excited about that. Hope you stick around for it. And yeah, we stream here on the channel every week, every Wednesday. All those specialty and 1 out of 1 Star Wars figs. Oh yeah, I just learned the other day about the chrome and platinum plated, or no, it's not chrome, it's platinum or metal plated R2D2s and like the C-3POs, the Boba Fett's. Those are worth like tens and tens of thousands of dollars, and I was very surprised about all of that. All right, we've got a function, excuse me, happening here. All right. I do appreciate the Technic sets do, you know, give you these measurements when you're assembling. You can just like hold it up and make sure everything matches. I do need to work on, I do have another stop motion tutorial video that I need to work on at some point. That's one that I have not had time to put any more time into. It's always difficult for me to figure out like exactly what I want to, you know, put time towards as far as content goes, because I have a whole lot of projects that I am really excited about, but they're definitely not stop motion related. So I hope if you're, you know, here for the stop motion that you know, hang out and enjoy the other content, because that's stuff that I like to make too. So I hope that it resonates with people just as much as the stop motion stuff. Fall Equinox 37 is here. Hey Autumn, how's it going? Good to see you. Cryptic Studios, big inspiration. Loved your work on the Batman ads for LEGO back in 2022 or 2021. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed those. If you enjoyed those, stay tuned for more. There is a few other relevant client projects that I've been working on that may or may not be very similar, coming out very soon. So yeah, glad you enjoyed those though. Yeah, and good to see you, Autumn. Hope you're doing well. Autumn, will I be seeing you in Tampa? Will you be in Tampa for BrickFan Expo? Hopefully we will. I will be there for for BrickFan Expo not in Nashville. I was at the Nashville show. BrickFan Expo in Tampa coming up in August. All right, let's make sure this is correct here as I put this on. This is going to go here. Interesting. Did I mess this up already? Aha, I did not. Man, I love LEGO Technic. This is not relaxing. There we go. Okay. Thanks for the shout out. I have one stop motion build in my channel, but it's pretty beginner stuff. I wish I could add a sound to each frame, like the click to each piece. Didn't figure it out yet though. That's awesome. Yeah, I would definitely recommend like getting into like an editing software to do any like sound editing. I pretty much use like Premiere Pro for everything. So I use it for my video editing, for my sound editing. It's really versatile, and they also have like different software, you know, that you can use for adding sounds to your video. So yeah, check it out. I still need to sign up for Tampa. Oops. Oh, okay. So hopefully you will be there then, though. Yeah, it's coming up. It's not too far away. It's like a good 2.5 weeks away, I think. So you got some time. Seeing the behind the scenes was my favorite. That's awesome. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people enjoy behind the scenes content. I've got a few more like behind the scenes short form content for some different projects that I've been working on coming up. Some different commission work for our favorite brick brand. So yeah, so I'm excited for that. Excited to share. Obviously, you know, when it comes to like the work that I do that's behind the scenes for clients, I have to, it's a little bit more timely. Like I have to wait till I get official like clearance on a lot of the stuff to release it. But yeah, I'm excited to share more when I can. I'm trying to these days like be really intentional about filming stop motion or filming behind the scenes for stop motion as I go, because it is difficult. Like when you're doing a client project, a lot of the time you're working on a deadline and there's, you know, pressure to get all of it done in time. Oh, we got this. Look at this background music. We're vibing. I can actually hear the background music this time, so this is this is exciting. But yeah, when it comes to like shooting behind the scenes content, sometimes it's really secondary for me because you've got to be very like focused on getting all of the stuff for the video done as well. And sometimes the behind the scenes stuff comes second to all of that. But when I have the time and I have the ability to do behind the scenes stuff, I will always do it. One big thing I struggle with to this day since the beginning of my stop motion journey is lighting. How did you learn to get such beautiful shots? Oh, well, thank you. Lighting is key. Lighting is everything. I did a lot of research into, man, this track though. You guys hear this? This is kind of like Donkey Kong. That's giving me some Donkey Kong vibes. Lighting. Lighting is super important. I recommend like learning as much as you can about lighting from the world of like cinematographers and you know, all kinds of filmmakers out there. I think that's like the best resource when it comes to learning about lighting. It's the same stuff, just on a slightly different scale. The beginner lighting setup, which anybody can use, is the 3-point lighting setup where you have a key light and you have a backlight and then a fill light. And all three of those work together to give you a really nice look. So yeah, so make sure, I would say also that you have control over your lighting. I talk about this in the video, my tutorial for stop motion, but make sure you have all your windows closed. Make sure you have like no like overhead lighting or anything like that. Sometimes like you have to worry about like reflections. So when I animate, I try usually to wear like dark clothes so that I don't have any reflections of my, you know, the things I'm wearing on when I'm animating. I feel like I need to start doing Zumba with that music. Yeah, that was Zumba for sure. Those are some Zumba beats for sure. I've never done Zumba myself, but let's see. We're going to put this in here like that. Okay. Yeah, this playlist is called Chill, and that was not a very chill song, but it was still fun. Yeah, lighting is super important. Cryptic said, will you be animating any of the new superhero wave for August? That's a good question. I don't know, actually. I don't have any plans to do any personal animations of the new superhero wave, but I did hear a potential client request for a maybe about me working on something superhero related in the next few months. So none of that's confirmed though. Part of the thing with like official client work when it comes to, you know, Lego and all of that. Also, I'm definitely, where did I put this? I put something down and I cannot find it. Did I find another missing piece? I wonder. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. One of the things that comes to, you know, play with the, you know, the client work I do for brands and stuff is that they're talking to like 5 different other animators who all, you know, are vying for the same job. And so sometimes you'll hear, oh yeah, we're looking for someone, and you know, they're actually talking to like multiple people. So, which is totally fine. You know, I think it's great when, you know, other people, you know, can get the work too, and we can all share the amount of work to go around. So yeah. So I don't know if I'll be doing anything superhero related. I have no idea. It would be fun though. I would like to. I've been lucky enough to be very busy lately on official animation gigs. So that's been good. It's also kind of refreshing to be done with it for now. I'm excited to work on mocks and some of my other projects that I've haven't been able to work on. I dropped a piece. But I do have several animations that have not been released by clients right now that I'm excited to see put out. So hopefully that happens very soon. Obviously, I'm just now wrapping up, you know, these jobs, so we don't know, you know, when that will be. We got more beats. You guys hear this? This is not chill. This is like hype up music right here. All right, how is this supposed to connect to all of this? Oh, I see. That's gonna go there. This is gonna go here. This is very difficult. I can see why this was something that was struggled with. Parents, don't buy your kids Technic sets. They're gonna struggle with it. I'm almost 32 years old. I'm struggling with this. But we've got the frame coming together right now. This music slaps, indeed. This music does slap. I picked the chill vibes music, and it has been anything but chill, which is fine with me. Oh wait, I definitely made another mistake. That's gonna go like that. Aha! Look at this. We've got our first mistake of the night, but it was fixable. It was fixable. You see, now we're back to the chill stuff. This is just like whiplash. It's giving me whiplash. Okay. We're making progress. How do you deal with writer's block for animation? So I guess animation block. Oh, good question, Cryptic. That is a really hard thing to answer. Let me know if you ever figure it out. I still deal with this. Animation block is hard. I feel like a lot of people don't realize, like, animators still struggle with the exact same stuff that, like, a lot of other creators do when it comes to, you know, like, experiencing those blocks. For me, I would say the way that I try to, like, get out of it is just by animating. And this sounds kind of silly, but if you just force yourself to make progress and, like, focus on, like, the next step ahead of you. So I definitely, you know, this is like pot calling kettle black because I struggle with these kind of blocks myself, but it helps me to think about what is the next thing that I physically need to do to make the result of what I'm looking for. So if it's setting up a minifigure, putting down a base plate, making sure the base plate is stationary, setting up my camera, taking a frame, things like that. I definitely, you know, find myself, getting through shots and getting through things if I just focus on the little steps, you know, that need to happen and not the overall big picture, because big picture is scary and big picture is intimidating. And yeah, if you just focus on the small things you need to do, then yeah, I think that really helps. So best of luck though, because I've been doing this for years and I still struggle with that. So I think it just, you know, the more you exercise that muscle, the creative muscles that you have, the better you get at, you know, figuring out what needs to be done and then doing it, you know, kind of eliminating those steps of a blockage, essentially. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm here for any questions you have, any tips, stop motion or otherwise. I can't give you legal advice. That's not something I can do because I'm not a lawyer. But I can give you illegal advice. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that. This is not that kind of stream. But yeah, I'm still learning. I feel like there's a lot of people who, you know, who like definitely, and I feel very honored to say this, look up to me as someone in the animation community. But I can tell you, I'm still learning all this stuff too. I'm still figuring it out. I never went to animation school, and I didn't, you know, learn any of this in a classroom. I did go to a film school and a film program, but I did not learn any of this at a official animation environment. So I just learned a lot of the things that I know off of YouTube, you know, and asking questions like people are doing now. So I'm still every day getting better and, you know, figuring out how to have that balance of creativity and also, you know, productivity. So yeah. Do you have a favorite project you worked on? Oh, that's a good question. I have, I like all the projects I work on. I definitely have some that I enjoy more than others, but I would say still one of the projects that I'm most proud of is, I did a Lego Batman, video. It's a holiday video, that was for Walmart. And that was a really cool project that I got to do. It was I think it ended up in a weird place. Like it was a digital catalog or some kind. No, it was a physical catalog where there was like a QR code that you could scan and my animation would come up. And I had just come off the heels of doing a big Lego Batman video that was like a 4-minute long Lego Batman epic project. And I was it was one of those projects where I was less than happy about like the animation and certain shots, and to a lot of people it's a great video, and I think that's awesome. I'm glad that people enjoyed it, but there was a lot of burnout that I was suffering during that project, and I was very much like looking for a chance to try again and like redeem myself with something superhero related. And so that holiday video was a couple months later, and it was like, yes, I get to do something, Lego Batman related again. And I felt really happy about being able to like give it a second go. And yeah, I was really proud of how it turned out. I feel like I hit the goal that I wanted to do, which was make something that was better than the last one. So I feel like I definitely, try to improve myself at every chance I get when it comes to new projects. I have no idea how this is supposed to connect. Let's see. Hang on. Do we just slap it on right there? I feel like I'm just, what am I doing? Oh, I see. Okay. Technic sets, man. Technic. This is wild. This is like the exact nightmare that I had when I built that Peugeot. Okay. All right. We're making our way. And there's the Pharrell Williams movie coming out. Oh, let's see. Hang on. I missed some. Do you think the recent Lego boom will continue? This is an interesting question. There's a lot to unpack with that. The recent Lego boom. There was definitely a huge boom when it comes to COVID. I think COVID really like launched Lego into popularity with everyone being at home and needing things to do during the pandemic. And Lego was right there. And I think that really was responsible for a lot of successful things for Lego in the last few years. But I think Lego will continue to be huge. I think it's still the most, the largest toy brand in the world. And they keep, making great products. So, yeah, I don't really see any reason for it to start in the downfall or a decline. I do think that Lego prices should be reassessed. I think that there's been, clearly, there's an economic struggle and people can't afford certain things, and Lego being one of them, which is unfortunate. So that is the only reason I think Lego should take a real look at their prices. But I will say I've looked at a lot of research, and Lego prices have been, if you look at like how they used to be and with inflation accounted for, Lego prices are still really good. So let's see. Badoof said, I don't know how to say that. Prezemic Wojcicki? Badoof? Yes, Badoof. That one was awesome. Lego Batman Escape from Arkham was really nice. Thank you, Cryptic. And then there's the Pharrell Williams movie coming out as well. Yes, yeah. If you guys didn't know, Pharrell is getting his own Lego movie, which I am interested to see how that will turn out. I have kind of middling expectations for it. I think it feels very kind of corporate to me. So we'll see how that project goes, but very interesting one to track the success of. Love Lego, but the prices are definitely getting too steep, especially for my teenage wallet. Yeah, it is hard to justify. I will say for me, like the way I look at it is I usually look at Lego as like a business expense, or I look at Lego as something that I, can do something creatively with. And if there's not something that I can do like a creative project with, I usually try to just, skip out on those purchases. But I can definitely understand, it's hard to see something you want and not be able to afford it. I definitely feel that way when it comes to a lot of Lego stuff that's coming out these days. But how can we watch your most recent projects? Oh, good question. Usually I will try to share them on my social. I will either make like a community post here on YouTube or post about it in Instagram stories. So those are good places to like watch for me sharing my newest projects, but I will have some behind the scenes coming out for some of the most recent commission gigs that I've done. So I will try to, in those behind the scenes, share ways for those to be watched. I'm hoping that that will be easy. Sometimes I will say in the past, my projects have been, you know, a bit not buried, but hard to find for various reasons I won't get into. But sometimes, you know, you never know where like the client will choose to upload them. I did a project for a very cool project that ended up a bit hard to find on a website that was, you know, difficult to find, but I was a little bit disappointed about that. But I did make sure to like share it as much as I could. As like a creator or filmmaker, sometimes you just don't get that control over like where and when your projects are posted. Just part of it, you know, that's just how it goes. So let's see. Okay, I got to make sure I'm not making mistakes. This is a Technic set, so we're trying to be very intentional as we go. Let's show off here. I'll show you guys the progress. We'll zoom in. This is what we've done so far. I don't know if it's focused. It's the chassis of the car, main body. So we're getting along. We're getting along. We've still got a whole bunch of pieces left. Let's see. I almost just skipped a step, but no. If you can be patient, several sets will eventually go on sale and clearance. Exactly. Thank you, Autumn. Yes. This is the truth. She speaks the truth. Yeah, there are always great sales. I'm trying to think. There was some great sales at Target recently where they had like sets, you know, about half off. Like, you know, so that was great to see. Also, like VIP points as well is a really great way, you know, if you guys, or insider points as they're called, is a great way to, you know, save up. If you're going to be spending money on Lego on release day, you better be using those insider points to be getting some free stuff. Let's see. I did just get a set from Costco, which I'm excited about. I got the I built it last stream. It's the yellow Lego truck. So that was one that I didn't realize was a Costco exclusive, but you can get that set for, I think it's $100, but it's only like 70 or 80 at Costco, which is a great deal. So you can't say no to that. All right, I need to focus here. What are we doing? This is going to go here. Okay. I'm worried about making a mistake now. I'm really worried. I'm trying to do this right. For anybody that doesn't know what we're doing here yet, we're rebuilding this Technic set for a younger builder that did not build it correctly on the first round, which is totally fine, but we're trying to help her out and make sure it's all correctly built for her to enjoy playing with. Which Technic sets, I will say, even though they're a pain to build, they are great to play with because they do end up being very sturdy. You know, like you can throw these things around and they're flexible enough that they'll, you know, bounce around. They won't have pieces flying off of them. Okay. We're testing we've got the motor mechanism done now. That works. I rarely buy new sets now that I'm older. I have a little pocket money, so I buy sets I wasn't able to back then, especially the early superhero sets. Nice. Yeah, that is how it goes. You grow up and you get some disposable income, buy all the sets that you couldn't afford. It's the nostalgia. It's powerful. All right. That's going to go there. I've done that so often, like go back and buy sets that I really wanted that I couldn't afford. All right, let's see. Okay. This is the engine cover. Technic mistake equals sore fingers. Exactly. Yeah, why is Technic so painful to disassemble? Do you build Technic, Autumn? I'm wondering. I feel like you're not... I don't know if I've seen you build a Technic set online. I'm not one to make assumptions about people, but I don't know. I definitely... I feel like if I'm going to build a Technic set, I enjoy sets that are like, for example, the Dune Ornithopter. I have not built it, but what I've heard people describe it as, it's a secret Technic set. So it's like a Technic frame that has bricks on the outside of it. So not a Technic set, but technically a Technic set. But to each their own, though. I feel like Technic fans are definitely a let's see, how does this I'm so confused. Oh, okay. See, I keep doing that. This is a slow build. I don't know why I expected this to go fast. We're gonna get through it, though. We're gonna get through it. I don't know the name of the girl that I'm helping out here, but it's for her. It's for her. We're gonna come up with a name. We'll call her Amanda. For little Amanda, we've got to help her out. We're gonna do it for Amanda. All right, I definitely dropped a bushing. Don't mind me just crawling around on the floor here, looking for pieces. I dropped a small Technic bushing that I cannot find. All right, we're making our first trip. This might be the first missing piece. We're making our first trip downstairs, and we'll be right back. And we're gonna grab a missing piece, and we'll be right back. Okay, hang around for just 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. All right. Is everyone still here? I hope so. Thanks for hanging out. If you did. Dance break. We should have had the beats, the Zumba music back for my absence. Let's see. Autumn said, or Fall Equinox said, I did the rebrickable where I turned the Lego Liber into an R2-D2 that moves. Wow, I didn't know that was a thing. Never want to do it again. Lego is really good in consistency, especially for Technic parts. That's true. Other brands make pieces either too loose or too tight most of the time. This Lambo is in my backlog, by the way. Okay, this Lambo. Okay, so you're seeing this process come out here. Though this is not the average build process, I will say. This is specialized. Thanks for joining, y'all, though. I hope you guys are having a good night. We're back to our streaming. If you guys are, newer here, we're streaming here every Wednesday night. We're hanging out, we're building or sorting, doing something. So I hope you guys are having a good night. I don't know if I'm going to finish this or not right now on the stream. We might take a break and go eat some food later, but we'll see. We'll see how long we go for here. We got to finish this build tonight, though. That's the thing. So either I will, take a pause and go get some food, or I will just keep streaming until it's done. We'll figure it out, though. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I definitely did not have a great time building the Peugeot, but I did like that when it was finished. It was a cool build. One of my favorite things about the Technic sets is like the features they have. I mean, the moving features and, you know, the steering. I really like all of that. I did a commercial for the, what was it? The, oh shoot, I did that wrong. For the, what was it? Oh, it was the Defender. It was okay, I definitely made a mistake here. Hang on. For the Land Rover Defender, I did a commercial. All right, and then this is going to go this way. And that was pretty cool. But the one thing is that I didn't have to build that. It arrived to me already built. So, okay, that's the back wheels done. I don't know if you can see those moving there. But that was really cool. The coolest thing about that project was that it was like sponsored or partially put on by Bear Grylls was involved. So I got to animate the one and only Bear Grylls minifigure that's ever been made. Yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, that was, how many years ago was that? That was quite a few years ago at this point. Cryptic asked, this is probably a pretty tedious request, but will you ever do a live stream while animating? Great question, Cryptic. I will, and this is something that everybody asks a lot every time I get on, is, will you do an animation stream? I will do one eventually. There are, for me, like, I'll put it this way. Animation is such a creative process, and usually when I animate, I get really locked in. So if anyone cares to watch, I guess I'll ask you guys, everyone who's here, would you watch an animation stream where I'm not really engaged and I don't do a whole lot of talking? Because that's my main thing, is I want to be able to chat with you guys and hang out and be able to respond to questions. And when I'm animating, usually it's headphones on, locked in, no responses. And it's just real quiet. I did do an animation stream on Instagram once, and it was a lot of fun, but I did move a whole lot slower than I typically would animate. And that's one of the things I realized. I was like, man, I was talking a lot. I wasn't doing a whole lot of animating. So yeah, I'm curious if you guys would you watch that? Would you want to see that? I will do one eventually. I also have all of my live streaming gear set up upstairs in my house. I have a 2-story house. This room that we're in right now is upstairs, and then I have my animation studio is downstairs. So I would need to move a lot of gear and get it all set up for animating downstairs. But I would do it if people are interested, Yeah. It's definitely a possibility. I know a lot of people have been interested in me doing that at some point. So let's see here. I do a lot of. I do have a lot of upcoming animations that are more short form, like the ones that I've recently been posting on my Instagram, where it's dance videos, things like that. I have a lot of ideas for some upcoming short form stuff that I'd love to animate, and that stuff is usually a little bit easier to animate, and also because if it's not for a client, then it means that I have the freedom to freely post and freely show you guys everything as it's happening. If it's just for me. Okay, let's see, we got to attach this part. I'm just going quiet now. I'm just focusing on this. I got to make sure I'm locked in here. Okay. Did I do this incorrect? Okay, no, that goes there. Okay. Whew. These Technic sets are getting me. These are getting me. This is just, whew. I can't imagine, a younger builder doing this. Anyways, I'd love to see one. Could pick up on some great tips when watching you animate. Thanks, Cryptic. I will think about doing one then. If that's the case, if y'all are interested, I'm down. I would be happy to set that up. Is there anything in specific that you would like to watch me animate? I'm curious. But yeah, I have gotten a lot of requests for that. That would be a good way to like spend some time while doing some animation. I definitely like part of me, and this is not a complaint by any means. I always enjoy showing off like the process of things. There's a little bit of me that's kind of weird in that I think, you know, whenever you're doing something creative, there's some of it that just like, it's got to be private, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's the idea that like, you know, you want to, here, speaking of, I got to focus in here. What is this? What is this? How does this even, this is going to go like that. Okay. We got this. What the? That's going to go there. That's going to go. Okay. We got it. Every time I'm like about to attach a whole assembly onto this thing, I'm like, let me focus for a second. Anyways, what I was trying to say was, yeah, part of me feels like aspects of the creative process should be private because there's something about it, not that you're trying to hide anything, but just that, you know, like part of that's just meant for you, you know, and when you involve other people in it, it becomes something different, if that makes sense. And that's not to say it's any less than or worse, but yeah, sometimes I like having that process to myself, you know, instead of being distracted by like the thought of someone watching me, you know. There's some people who like operate entirely differently in their creative process, and that's totally fine. Or who enjoy people who are, you know, including other people in the process. And I think that's great. I think just for me, I feel like part of me enjoys having like aspects of that to myself. I really struggle with like a lot of my build and my mock videos, like remembering to like film stuff along the way, or like film updates of the builds along the way, because I like to, you know, be able to figure out like creative problems on my own. And then like, once I get done with that, I move on to the next. So it can kind of hamper things sometimes when I'm like remembering to make stuff along the way, if that makes sense. Follow Kumar said I have to head out, but I'll check back if you're still streaming. Good to chat with you. Good to see you, Autumn. Glad you could come by. Next Wednesday we'll be live again, so let me know if you can make it. But yeah. Oh boy, you're taking on a Technic set now. Yes, we are taking on this. We'll show off the Lambo. There it is. Taking on a Technic set. It's not for me. This is for someone else. This was a build that was incorrectly built that we're helping out somebody else with fixing, and we entirely parted it out, and now we're getting it back together for them. So let's see, we're struggling to get it back together for them. We're getting there though. Technic is not my forte. It's not my wheel forte, but it is it's something that we're doing tonight. This is definitely probably going to be the last and only time that I stream something Technic. But it's coming together. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. How are you doing tonight, Monkey Scout Studios? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. I will say, once upon a time, I thought about, because I feel like nobody had done it And then somebody did it. It's one of those things, I don't know if you guys have these where you have an idea and it's like, oh, how cool would it? And then you realize like immediately after, oh, somebody already did that. So I was thinking about doing a quick build, like a Technic quick build of one of these car sets, because it's really hard to do because of all the structural techniques that are involved in, you know, these Technic sets. Like if you move one piece, then that affects another piece and it affects another piece. Let's see. Now speaking of pieces, I'm missing a piece. Let's see. We'll find it eventually. We'll find it eventually. That's what I'm telling myself. But somebody did a speed build, and I forget his name, but he's an Instagram animator. He does a lot of stop motion stuff, and he did a really cool video where he like takes a car, or he takes like a piece, a group of pieces, and he like throws them on the table, and the car kind of tumbles and unfolds and quick builds. It's really cool, and like the amount of work that went into it, I'm sure is massive. So I was really impressed by it, and I was like, you know what, I'm never gonna do that. He did it perfectly. Yeah, sometimes when I look at like whether or not I want to do something, it's like, has anyone ever done this before? Has anyone ever tried this before? And that can really like inform whether or not I'm gonna do it or not. There we go. But yeah, whew. Sorry, I'm not talking very much because I'm like focused. I'm locked in. How are you guys doing tonight though? I guess I can talk about, we can talk more about like upcoming releases. I'm just really excited. I'm going to be going to my local LEGO store very soon for August 1st releases. Excuse me. But I'm very excited about all the new sets coming out. We got Jaws coming out. We got the new Animal Crossing sets coming out. Very excited about those. I am a huge Animal Crossing fan, so all of the LEGO sets. I have the entire first wave, and I'm very excited to build the new sets, especially the Dodo Airlines. I'm very excited about that one. That was my favorite, one of my favorite like buildings on my island, and you know, I definitely like tried to make my entrance in my island very aesthetically pleasing. I don't know if any of you guys played Animal Crossing. Have you put any more thought into your aquarium build? You have no idea what's coming very soon. Yes, I have put a whole lot of thought into the next aquarium build. In fact, the new exhibit is almost done, and it is the video itself is almost done as well, and we'll be releasing very soon. And we're going to be putting that out hopefully this Saturday. Hopefully, that's the plan. If all goes to plan, it will be out very soon. I don't want to like say a time and then not be able to do it though. So that's why I like to say soon TM. So yes, the new aquarium build module is coming. Part of the reason that it was delayed was it did not survive a trip to a convention and had to be rebuilt. So it has now been put together, and it will be. I need to finish editing that video, and then as soon as it's done editing, then I will be uploading it. So my goal is this Saturday, so that's what I'm aiming for. But if not, it will be very soon. I played around 500 hours of ACNH. Oh my gosh. You have me beat. I think I've got about like 350, something like that. Something wild. Let's see. Yeah, I am very excited to figure out what the next iteration of Animal Crossing will be. I've heard some rumors about the theme of the next game. So I'm excited to figure out whenever they do a follow-up to New Horizons. That would be really cool. Supposedly, the rumor is, and completely unconfirmed, this is not a spoiler in any way. The rumor is that it's going to be about cities, and it'll be like Animal Crossing cities in blank or something like that. So you're going to like have cars you can drive around on. I think this was based on some kind of rumor or leak from inside Nintendo, but who knows? Very excited regardless. I'll end up playing it regardless. So let's see here. This is going to go on like that. But yeah, I'm very excited to put out the next aquarium build. That's something that's been in the works for a long time. I know a lot of people are very excited to see it as well. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I've got a whole bunch of other aquarium modules planned, or partially planned, or all those kinds of different stages of construction, and I'm hoping to get at least 2 more modules done this year. That is my goal, is at least 2 more after the ones that I've currently done. So I do have a bunch of other projects as well, Lego projects, things like that I'm also working on. So trying to find a good balance of all the different Lego stuff I'm doing, which is hard to find. It's hard to get balance in life. All right, and these are going to go on here. Oh, I definitely almost missed a part. Gotta make sure we're not missing parts on these Technic sets. This music is kind of Animal Crossing-esque. We just got the chill vibes on tonight. All right. I think we've gotten about halfway through this. I'm gonna stream for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna wrap things up here, and then we're gonna do a few more steps though, and then we're gonna I'm gonna pick this up later on tonight. But yeah, let's do this last page here, and then we'll call it for the night. But hope you guys are having a good night. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We will be streaming again next week. That's the plan. At let's see, make sure I'm getting this step right. I'm not messing up as I finish up the stream. We're going to be streaming next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We might have a guest joining us. We might not. It's kind of up in the air, but I'm excited to put together a bunch of builds. We got plenty more building to do, and we'll probably have, let's see, next weekend. I don't think it'll be August 1st releases next weekend. I forget. Today's the 24th. Okay, no. So yeah, we're going to be working on probably some Star Wars builds. I've got a bunch of Star Wars sets from May that I still have not finished. But yeah, I'm excited to put those together. All right, here comes this last assembly. Let's put this on. It's going to be this way, and then let's see, it's going to go on like this. Did I do that right? I did. All right. We're going to officially call it there. But thank you guys for joining tonight for another stream. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be streaming, building, hanging out, doing all kinds of stuff. So if you guys like that kind of thing, then stick around. I've got more videos coming out very soon. If you can, go ahead and hit the like button on the stream. Helps me out. And hope you guys have a great night. We're going to do our normal sign off here. This is, a classic. All right. Hope you guys have a great night. See ya. Talk to you later. Bye.